the first question, Bhante. Dear Bhante, when I close my eye, when practice sitting meditation, I thinking and usually thinking about the ghost, the spirit. So I cannot close my eye for long. I usually have intention to open the eyes. So what I can do? Thank you, Bhante.
Okay, I think the main reason of opening the eyes is the thinking about the ghosts, the thinking about the spirits. So first we should uh, we should not think about the ghosts. We should not think about the spirit. So self-motivation is needed. We have to motivate oneself that I should not think about the ghosts or the spirits, because thinking about the ghosts and the spirits are meaningless. We cannot get anything thinking about them, especially while we are practicing meditation. So that is the first thing we have to do. We have to remind oneself again and again in order to not to think about the ghosts and the spirits. So with that motivation, if we are going to do sitting meditation, as soon as we close our eyes, again we have to motivate oneself in order to go to observe the main object immediately, as right away, as soon as we close our eyes. So without letting the mind to think about the ghosts or the spirits. Before thinking take place, we have to try to go to observe the main object. So energy is needed. Strong energy is needed in order to go direct to the main object and to fix the mind in main object. The extra energy is needed. Again, energy comes up when we have a great desire. We need a great desire to meditate, and of course we can also say that we need a great desire to do sitting meditation, like closing the eyes and observing the main object. To do so as well, we need a great desire. And to have a great desire, again, what we can do is we can contemplate the advantages and the disadvantages. So advantages of practicing meditation or advantages of not thinking about the ghosts and spirits itself. And disadvantages of the thinking about the ghosts and the spirits. The very simple disadvantage is like, because of thinking of ghosts or the spirits, you are not being able to meditate. This is the very the obvious or apparent and the disadvantage you are having. So, and again, you are not being able to meditate. So that is what we can contemplate, the advantages and the disadvantages, so that you may develop the the desire to gain the advantages, the benefits. And at that time, the chanda, the great desire, will generate. And despite of the great effort to not to think about the ghosts or the spirits, then if mind is thinking, then of course we have to note as thinking. And when you are noting thinking as thinking, you should not take care about, you should not take care what you are thinking about. It is unnecessary to know at this moment. You have to be just concerned about the thinking, not the subject of the thinking, or not the contents of the thinking. Don't pay attention what you are thinking about. And while you are noting, thinking, try not to note a lot, just a few times, maybe twice, thrice, maximum 5 times. Then ignore and try to pay attention the main object. And if you have desire to open the eyes, then that also must be noted. Wanting to open the eyes, wanting to open the eyes. Noting precisely the intention mind to open can be effective in order to not to open the eyes. So note very precisely the intention mind. Again, the great desire to not to open the eyes, keeping it closed is also needed, and at that time, and the self-motivation to not to open the eyes is also needed. Finally, you have to know, you have to be curious about the thinking about the ghosts or the spirits, why you are thinking, why this thinking is coming again and again. So there might be the reason. There must be the reason thinking of these spirits or the ghosts. So if you able to figure out the reason of thinking ghosts or the spirits, and by knowing the reason of the thinking repeatedly about the ghosts and the spirits, then it will be easy to subside or to dispel the cause. And when we dispel the cause, then no results about thinking the ghosts and the spirits, and then after not opening the eyes. So all the good results will be there.